boys messaging him that he matched with, right? One of the white boys sent him an entire photo album. It says album received. The other one named anyone up for some ass. Another white boy, he sent him a photo. Jesus Christ.
What's good, y'all? Oota here, and we back with another one. Listen, I know everybody's been wondering, who's DREA the Virgo? What does DREA the Virgo have to say? Listen, I've been doing my homework, and I figured out at least some of what DREA the Virgo has to say, and I'm going to get into it in this video. Now, listen, make sure y'all dropping a like, make sure y'all subscribing to the channel, because we are about to uncover
so essentially there is a content creator on YouTube. He go by the name of Rich Trapper, or, he got I don't know if he has a YouTube channel. I used to have a YouTube channel called Trap News Networks, rather. He's been outed, the Rainbow Club, things of that nature. That's what he's been outed as by the brother P's and Q's. He's attempted to try to dispel this evidence and this information coming out, and he's drug other people into it. And, that's kind of where we are here. And he, of course, has been an antagonist of the brother Poetic Flacco, my brother, Poetic Flacco, for quite some time. And he's even made these accusations towards Flacco. Right. So it's funny how God works. Because this ain't nothing but the work of God here. This is good, the work of the Lord I serve. So basically that's what's going on. Somebody got outed. Somebody who was pointing the finger at other people, he actually got outed and exposed for that same thing, and now he's trying to run damage control. I really don't keep up with Rich Trapper. I really can't stand him. I never could stand him from the moment I ever heard him talk. First time I heard him talk when he went on No Jumper, and he was antagonizing Flacco on No Jumper. He was trying to be cool with Flacco, then he was running content and being weird, so him and Flacco not I don't know. Flacco did a whole hit piece on that, how he got mad that Flacco. See, this is the thing, right? Weirdos, because Rich Trapper is a weirdo. I'm going to just say what it is. Right. Rich Trapper is a weirdo. I'm not a weirdo like Rich Trapper, right? Dick Trapper, Rich Capper, whatever you want to call him, right? Rich Grinder, whatever you want to call him. But DREA is being brought into it, right? And DREA is where my interest is in this situation, because she also represents me. She hasn't represented Rich Trapper in 2 months.
Jinkies. Pay attention, y'all. You heard that?
DREA is where my interest is in this situation, because she also represents me. She hasn't represented Rich Trapper in 2 months.
But she represents myself, ODM, Slim, Gangland, Needies.
So DREA has not been representing Rich Trapper for 2 months now. Pay attention. Let's move forward.
She's where my interest comes in this situation, due to our business relationship, our professional relationship that we have. And, I feel like she's kind of getting miscategorized, and I understand why I understand Flacco's position totally.
The fourth person involved is possibly the mastermind of all of this. Her name is DREA. Now, DREA is someone who I don't know nothing about. I've never met DREA. I don't know who DREA is. Never knew who DREA was before the whistleblower told me everything. But listen up, this is where the story gets. So this is what we're doing. Okay, DREA. Well, DREA, listen, man, let's play ball, all right? I'm going to destroy whoever you're assigned to.
I feel like DREA shouldn't be getting drugged into it, simply because she's just playing the content in the YouTube managerial role. She may encourage certain content to get made, for sure. Why? If it's working. If something's working, I'm sure she may encourage guys to do things that work. ODM Slim come to really be drawn to my teachings and love me as a teacher. So through us getting cool, he had been working with DREA, and he's like, hey, look, I'm going to put you on with her. And through putting you on with her, she's going to be able to help you do a few things. He like, look, I'm going to link you with her. So he linked me with her. She did some stuff for me just off the muscle. Before that, I retained her, and, we became involved as far as an official.
I do respect Gorilla Hebrew for that, because him saying that she's the manager and she might be backing her clients to say, yo, look, do this content if it's working. Not to say you need to be slandering anybody. So I respect him for saying that, because she manages him, and her hearing him say that, she probably looking at the video like, why would you say I'm telling people to do what the hell they doing? Because it falls back on her. So that doesn't make her a bad person for telling her client to do a certain content. But of course, we don't want to do content that's just going to slander and defame a person. You feel me? Let's get back to
management relationship. So she did some stuff for me, and she put me on some game. I felt what she was doing, and this was like back in like late June, early July. So we just locked in, and we've been working ever since. And we've had an equitable relationship, her and I. You know what I'm saying? So that's where me and her come in through ODM Slim making that introduction. So she called me, sis called me, Drea called me, and she's telling me a few things. But then she's like, okay, you can't say nothing to nobody about this. I'm like, all right, like, what's up? And she like, man, you know, Rich Trapper, you know, she put that rainbow on. She started telling me, and she like, you know, she tell me what was found, exactly what has came out now with P's and Q's is exposed. She saw it and P's and Q's saw it, right?
Yeah.
And then P's and Q's came and now mind you, at the time, Drea's working with him, right? Drea's working with him. Rich Trapper, she's representing him on a marketing management, in a marketing management space. So she's trying to suppress that information. So she's trying to keep P's and Q's down, but she's telling me straight up, like, she's not going to be able to keep him at bay forever. She knows, we know this is going to come out. We know it, right? So she told me that though. She told me this dude was on GrindR and he was messaging a bunch of white men. But yeah, Drea, she called me. She tell me we knew it was gonna come out. I'm like, damn, but like I said, I don't put it past because like his mannerisms was always funny to me, always very irksome. So look, I want to show y'all something I peeped on this too. Look, so he got a message. Somebody. I want to read some of the names, right? So he didn't tell somebody that he eats D, right? The I eat D was the name of one of the white boys messaging him that he matched with. Right? One of the white boys sent him an entire photo album. It says album received. The other one named anyone up for some ass. Another white boy, he sent him a photo. Jesus Christ. Good thing we can't see that photo. Right. Really good thing we can't see these photos. But these white gentlemen are sending him a photo. Then there's an individual named BBD Favorite. I can only imagine BBD is the same as BBC. Then there's another one. And it's called, its name is LA Ass for You. And the part of the message you can see it say, not mobile, would Uber. I am, comma, but. And then that's the names and the type of stuff that's going on that GrindR page that the nigga is doing. Right? Insanity, crazy, that's wild as hell. He trying to get out ahead of it. Oh, look, I don't have GrindR installed on my phone. Of course, nigga, this is the news break. All you gotta do is hit uninstall. I don't know how iPhones work. I'm an Android nigga. That Apple's on that phone. There was a lot of white gentlemen who you were hitting up. Like, look, Drea sent me the video just so I could use it, right? And because I told her I'm doing my video, he's gonna sit up there and on his phone with ODM Slim and say, hey, niggas told me to put it on Flacco, but I ain't gonna do that because that ain't right just to put an accusation like that on somebody. But you were doing it. You were trying to run that narrative on Flacco. Rich Trapper needs to repent. He need to give his life to God. He need to cease from practicing the sexual immorality that whatever he had going on up on that GrindR, man. He need to stop that. He need to repent. He need to get right with God.